Welcome to the Ironworth Trading Show. Nothing in this live stream will be financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you scrolling right now on the outside, keep your ass scrolling in. This might not be for you. This ain't no flashy shit going on in here tonight. And it's definitely not for people that's looking for a quick flip or a lottery ticket or a miracle play. Right now you standing outside of my club, you hear me? Think of it like a private room. You can't get in this bitch, you hear me? It's a line outside, but everybody can't get in. This is not a place for hype. You can keep your ego right there where the fuck is at. You will get kicked out the club. This is definitely not a place for people who don't want to learn, okay? Inside the room, we're going to talk about how money actually moves. This shit is not going to happen overnight. It's not magically. But before you step inside, I want to be clear. This is not financial advice. Nobody here is promising you riches, okay? I'm not going to be here to tell you what to buy or sell. What's happening here is you're going to learn. It's a whole lot of straightening. You're going to learn tonight. Education, understanding, and I'm going to give you perspective. Because the people who win with money, they not the loudest people. They the ones who paid attention early. So look around you, right? Everybody, look around you. Send a live out, right? While I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. Come on in, hit the follow button if you're new here. You don't want to be one of the people that's tired of guessing. You don't want to be tired of being late. Okay? Or are you tired of watching other people win and you wondering how? This just the place for you here at Ironworth Trading. Come on inside the TikTok Trading Club. This for the ones who decided to stop just fucking looking and start actually learning the game. I'm gonna show y'all how investors think. We're gonna know why patience beats emotion tonight. We're going to talk about how discipline will create opportunities for you in the stock market, okay? This is not about getting rich fast. This is about getting smart first. So if you hear the spam comments and shit, right, you cool. If you here to learn some plays, you cool. If you here for shortcuts, you can get the fuck out. The door probably, it might not hit you, but yeah. If you're serious, you want to understand how investing work at a foundational level, then you're in the right place. If you come to build confidence before you ever put any real money at risk, then you need to stay your ass right here. All right? If that sounds like this is a good spot for you, then you're in the right place. So I'm going to start by saying something simple, because if people miss the first point, then they miss everything else I'm about to say. The most powerful companies in the world are not the ones that you see every day. Do y'all understand? Y'all get me? Y'all with me? Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. We're going to drive the boat. We're going to drive the boat. Y'all know this man right here? Now, this is this guy right here. We're going to talk about him tonight and his company and how they could be taking over TikTok, the very app that you're listening to me on right now. And what that could mean for us and what would happen to the company alone, right? We're going to talk about it all tonight. So most people think that power comes from social media apps and celebrities and politicians, or from whatever the fuck is trending on their phone screen, right? But there is that's just, you got different types of power. That's just the surface level power. You got real power that's underneath the surface that you will never even, you won't even think about it. So the real power belongs to the companies that store the data. Your information, my information, his information, her information, their information. Like literally, that's where the power lay at. You just don't see it yet. Now, they move the data, they protect the data, quote unquote, and decide where the data is allowed to live at. Oracle is one of those companies. That's why I'm talking about it tonight. Oracle is a company that controls the data. Why do I give a fuck? Because I'm putting money in my pockets by paying attention to the information. It's executing the information. See, knowledge is not power. Knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So you got to come in here, pay attention to what I'm saying, and actually take this information and, do it what you will with it, okay? But please pay attention right now, right? So, or not. Now, Oracle is one of these companies. Oracle is not a social media company. All right. This is not a social media app. It is not trying to be your friend. Oracle don't give a fuck if you're a friend or not. This company does not need your attention. Oracle operates the digital foundation that governments, hospitals, banks, militaries, and now AI systems are built on this same shit. Yep. Pay attention. It don't, or like I said, Oracle don't need your attention. They already operating the digital foundation that the government, the hospitals, the banks, the militaries, and now they done tapped into AI systems, right? And that is why we even having this conversation right now. That's why I even brought it up tonight. That's the only reason why I brought it up. We're gonna talk about it. Yeah, they got some shit going on, man. Dude looking like the Wizard of Oz to me right now. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna make this extremely simple. I want you to imagine the digital world like a city. Okay? Imagine a digital world is like a city. We got social media apps as stores. We got the billboards and the restaurants. These are all social media apps and shit. That's what people see in the city. Oracle owns the roads, the plumbing, the electrical grid, the locked buildings where all the records are stored. Do you understand me? You don't think about who owned the roads until somebody control where you allowed to go. You don't think about who owned the plumbing until the water stopped working in your house and shit. And you don't think about who owned the power grid until somebody can turn the lights on or off. Oracle is not yelling at you, hey, I'm over here, invest in me. Oracle is not entertaining you like Nvidia or some of these other stocks that's all in your fucking face. Oracle is infrastructure, and infrastructure can always become visible only when something go fucking wrong or when somebody realize how much control that it gives. What token is Oracle? You mean this is not a token that we speaking about. This is a company, Salt and Light. But if you want to know what the ticker is, you just type in Oracle and it'll lead you right there to it. But the ticker is ORCL. ORCL is the ticker for Oracle. Like I say, this is a good company to pay attention to. So Oracle started in the 1970s, right? Around the time my pops was born. I was born, and my mom too. So Oracle started in the 1970s, long before the internet became mainstream. But there was an internet at the time, right? So, but it wasn't mainstream. But stay with me. So a database, this is what it started with. The internet started with databases. A database it ain't shit, but it's basically a very organized digital filing cabinet. I want you to think about a database like a digital filing cabinet, because prior to the database, they were actually using fucking filing cabinets. Now, that's all a database is. So this the part that people miss. Whoever owned the filing cabinet, they get to decide how information is stored. They get to decide who can access it. They can decide how fast it could be retrieved and how long it exists. So Oracle became one of the best companies in the world at building these filing cabinets. Stay with me. Stay with me. This shit started in the 70s now. I'm going somewhere. So they earliest customers was not regular people out the gate. Right? So they earliest customers was the government right out the gate. We got intelligence related organizations that needed to store sensitive information in a secure manner. This shit matter because Oracle was able to grow up learning how to handle power, learning how to handle secrecy, like all these people personal fucking information. And they had to learn how to control this shit from the very beginning, all the way in the 70s to where we at now. They had a head start. So we're going to slow down and talk about data for a second, because that's where everything started to connect at. That's where you can really connect the dots. So data is not just information, right? Y'all know that. All your messages between your friends, your family and shit, data is your behavior. Everything you've ever liked, clicked on, shared, saved. Data is your medical history, right? Everything you watch, what you buy, where you go, the GPS that you use, who you talk to on the phone, how long you stay there, how often you come back to that area. Man, they got information on Oracle. Oracle know everything there is about you. So data is not emotional, but it's going to reveal everything emotional about you. And the more data that exists, the easier it is to become. The easier it is to predict people. Right. So you can also influence people when you got the data from them, and eventually you can automate decisions about people. So this is where Oracle can quietly become one of the most fucking, sorry for cursing, one of the most important players in the AI era. Literally. So y'all hear me talk about a lot of companies, but I don't want to leave Oracle out. Okay, that's why I've said tonight I need to do a segue on Oracle. I need to start talking about Oracle right out the gate because they will be one of the most important players in the AI era. Artificial intelligence does not run on magic. Let me turn this music down because it ain't gonna do nothing but give me a copyright infringement when I go to try to upload it on YouTube. Let me turn this off. No music. But yeah, you want to pay attention to Oracle. So the AI runs on data, plus it runs on what else? Does anybody know what else AI runs on? Y'all love using ChatGPT to make y'all little Christmas photos and shit, but do you know what it runs on? It uses data and computing power. So if you want a powerful AI, you need a lot. You need massive amounts of data, and they need to be stored somewhere safe, right? And we need fast servers just to process it. And they got to have a lot of rules in place about who can control it. No one man should have all that power. Oracle provides all three of those things I just named. Oracle builds the system where the data lives. They also got the cloud infrastructure where the AI model runs, and they have the compliance frameworks that the government trusts. So when we talk about AI controlling the future, we have to literally talk about who control the data that AI gonna learn from, and that brings us right back to Oracle. Y'all didn't even know this company is buying TikTok. If they ain't already bought TikTok, this company owns TikTok now. What does that mean for you and your data? You ain't noticed the payouts different, your views hit different. You ain't getting as many views as you was getting before, or maybe you getting more views than what you was getting before. But yeah, they running some type of an experiment on that algorithm. But we're not here to talk about no conspiracy theories. We're here to talk about money. And Oracle is a company that you can buy shares from and be a part owner of it, a shareholder of it. So that's why we're talking about Oracle tonight. Now, we also need to think about digital sovereignty, but I'm going to keep it simple, right? Digital sovereignty means who control your data, where does it live, and what lies ahead of us when we dealing with one company owning this shit, right? Where does the data live at and what laws apply to it? If your data live on servers in another country, then different rules going to apply. But if your data live on servers controlled by a private company with government contracts, different rules going to apply. If your data is used to train AI systems, for all of those that ever downloaded the app and it said you got to accept the terms and agreements before you use the app, you agreed for them to use your pictures and your likeness to help them develop AI, whether you know it or not. We all contribute to it, right? But we're talking about digital sovereignty, and most people don't know what's going on, right? So yeah, if your data is used to train AI systems, then you don't get to vote on this shit. Most people don't even know it's happening. Now, this company, Oracle, they have positioned themselves. It positions itself as a trusted provider of sovereign cloud environments. They say, hey, come to us. We got you. We're going to make sure don't nobody fuck with your shit. But that means the government trusts Oracle to keep data within their borders and under their laws. So that sound good on the surface, but it also means that Oracle can become what? Oracle can become the gatekeeper between governments, between the businesses and shit, the corporations, you feel me? And your data, me and your data too. Oracle. That I don't trust this dude. I don't trust him with my data. But you gotta not put your data on there, He the second richest man in the world right now. Larry Ellison. Been getting money since the 70s. You be getting facelifts and all type of shit. But that's neither here nor there. I'm really just talking about how dude, they the gatekeeper. He's the founder of Oracle. Oracle, I know y'all probably want me to shut the fuck up about Oracle, but I'm going somewhere. When this put money in your pocket, this is not financial advice, but when it put money in your pocket, you gonna want to listen to me then. Right? Right. This is where privacy question becomes real and not theoretical. You need to think about this shit. I'm not just talking about it out the side of my neck. Is Oracle personally watching you right now? No. But is Oracle building and controlling the systems that make large scale data collection, analysis, and AI decision making possible? Yes. Yes, they are. They add, when you talk about the algorithm, you need to think about Oracle. Because once systems like that exist, the question is not what is Oracle doing today, but what could be done tomorrow if they change laws and shit, or if emergencies happen, or if there's a shift in power. If y'all know anything about what an infrastructure is, an infrastructure outlives politics. It outlives leadership, and they wait quietly until it is needed. Now we're going to connect this to TikTok. Because TikTok is not really about dancing videos. That's what y'all thought it was. This shit is not just about dancing videos. TikTok is about behavioral, but that word whooping my ass, behavioral. It's about behavioral data at a scale. They paying attention to how y'all behave. It knows how long you watch something, what you scroll past. It knows what keep your attention. What make you emotional, how your mood changed throughout the day. This shit is taking data from you 24/7. And that data is gold, literally gold for AI systems. The data is influence. So what the U.S. government raised concerns on about TikTok is not kids dancing. They ain't give a fuck about that. The concern was who controlled the data, who controls the algorithm, and which country ultimately is going to have the leverage over that influence. Oracle stepping in to the TikTok situation is not random. So once, Oracle already hosts a lot of TikTok United States data. That's already done. It's already done. But this company already understands how to be in compliance with the government. So, yeah, they already sit at the intersection of data right now. Infrastructure, national security, all that. Oracle is doing what Oracle has always done. They position themselves as the neutral, trusted backbone during moments where it's a lot of tension and shit on the world level. They always do this. This company is one you might want to pay attention to because Buddy he on 10. Now, I want everybody that's listening to really hear me out on this last point before I go into my technical analysis on this actual stock. You need to hear me out because this is where shit become uncomfortable. When we talk about data or data, however you want to pronounce it, tomato, whatever, right? When the AI and infrastructure merge, the privacy will stop being a personal issue and it will become a systemic issue. It's going to be a problem with the system. So you can't opt out this shit easily. You can't just turn it off. You live inside systems you didn't choose and you don't control. Oracle, right, is one of those systems. It didn't create this reality alone, but it's one of the companies that's making this shit function very smoothly right now. So that's why a lot of people see this dude, Larry Ellison, as like a fucking villain, a super villain. Because he's not evil, but he represent a type of power that just don't ask for permission and he ain't got to be popular. And he represent long-term control. Like, he got control over shit. You see what I'm saying? Because our modern life depend on the shit, on the invisible systems that, Oracle got. And then Make it even better. Like, they don't need to invade your privacy to change the world. They only need to build the systems that decide how privacy is defined, and that's what they have done. Once you understand this shit, you're gonna start to see why them owning data, or the government, AI being governed. These are not future problems. These are problems that we got right now. He's the father of the Matrix. He's the architect, says on my mama. Right. Matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give y'all a technical analysis on this, on the actual company, Oracle. Right. This is the stock is trading at 200 and about. It says overnight 188. So yeah, 185. Right, about 185, 188. It was $345 a little bit in September. It went up that high. Oracle shot up a lot. Y'all remember that day? Do y'all remember? Do you remember the time? Who remembers? Have y'all been in the market long enough to remember? Let me get a W in the chat if you made money off Oracle this year. 2 W's in the chat if you want to make some money off Oracle this year. This is not financial advice, though, TikTok. This is for educational purposes only before you get to tweaking on me. Let me share my live stream out to my story real quick, y'all. Give me a second. Wait until the TikTok deal is completed, right? But do you see this level that we at now? Like, you know, the next level that it could fall down to, of course, we looking at 145, 150 is the next level of support, the dynamic level of support. And then below that, we got 118. I remember I was going to buy TikTok before the blackout. You was going to buy TikTok? What you mean, Tucker? But yeah, it's had a good, I like Oracle at this level. After everything I just told y'all, do y'all think Oracle is a company that is important to the future or not? What do you guys think? I think so too, D. I think so too. You gotta know every candlestick, we looking at this chart right now, every candlestick is gonna tell you a story of a battle between the buyers and the sellers over a specific period of time. Each candle got 4 prices. The open, the high, the low, the close. The opening is where the price started. The high is the highest price that it reached. The low is the lowest price it reached. The close is where the price finished. The candle colors. This shit is not Christmas tree decorations. It's for psychology. The green candle, it means the buyers won. The price closed higher than it opened. The red candles is showing you that the sellers won, and the price closed lower than it opened. The body of the candle will show you conviction. The wicks, right? That's the lines above and below the candlesticks. It's going to show you rejection. The price on that, when you see where the price hit 345 at, and it's a skinny ass wick that jumped up from right above 280 all the way that far, we know that the price opened under 240 because that's where the bottom of the candlestick is, and went all the way up to 345 and eventually came down and stopped around 290. That's what that one candlestick tells me. Candlesticks are emotions frozen in time. When you see a long wick on the top, the buyers tried, the sellers said no. The long wick on the bottom, the sellers tried, the buyers stepped in. Okay? So this Oracle chart is on a higher time frame. We're looking at a weekly time frame. This matters because higher time frames is going to show you what the institutional decisions was, and the lower time frame is going to show you retail noise. And by retail noise, I mean you and I. 155 looks to be the bottom, says Tucker. Well, not quite. 118 is the previous level of, support. I don't know if 155 will be the bottom, but I do know that there is going to be another reversal at that level because that's where the EMAs crossed at previously. That's where there was a previous battle at right there. The price had a little battle right there the last time it reached that level of 160, 155, Tucker. If you look to the left right after April. right? Excuse me. But overall, I want to pay attention to how institutions don't scalp. They accumulate, right? They accumulate, they distribute, and then they reposition. So this chart is showing you how big money treated Oracle over the year. We're going to look at the trend. The price does only three things. It goes up, it goes down, or it goes sideways. Long term, has there been a cup and handle asked Hubs to blonde sweetness? Well, looks like there's one forming now, and there might have been if I zoom out. Sweetness. Can't call you Sweetness, man. We got to come up with another name. I can't call you Hubs either, bro. You got to come up with another name, man. I call your ass Blonde in a heartbeat, though, pal. I call you Blonde, man. 21 EMA is dangerous here. Yeah. I actually got the 50 EMA on here. So I'm looking at the 50. We already crossed below it. Plus support on the monthly. Yeah, okay, so look, everything, which means what? That ultimately it could come down further, right? Jonathan is fine. My wife is Blonde Sweetness. Oh, okay, got you. She got you. She got you so bad, she stamped your TikTok name. You got it bad, Jonathan. Hey, big shout out though. But anyways, so this Oracle chart though. So this is what we're gonna look at. Look at the left side of the chart, right? The price was making higher highs, it was making higher lows. We see strong bullish candles, and there was also volume starting to rise. Okay. That is a clean uptrend. This is what accumulation looks like. Institutions was quietly buying Oracle for months. Y'all hear me? When it was 118, the smart money was buying when it was 118. They was also buying when it was 185. And they was buying when it was 218. And they the ones who sold when it was 345. Okay? Pay attention, because I want you to learn how to, execute. So there was a parabolic move after they was buying all those months. And you see it. I mean, when I say parabolic, shit don't just jump from 218 to 345 in a matter of a week on a normal basis, okay? And maybe you don't know how much money you could have made in a situation like that where a stock went up from 218 to 345 within a week, whether you was trading options or whether you actually bought shares. I'll break it down. Let's make it super simple so where, my little cousin could understand it, right? If I bought one piece of this and it costed $218, and then a week later, that same piece went up to $345, I made money. Do you understand? You hear me? You can literally take your initial 218 out and still have equity in it. You can take out the profits and leave the initial investment in. Either way it go. For a stock to go from 218 to 345 within a week, if you bought options, that means one contract is equal to 100 shares. So it was almost as if you owned 100 shares of a stock that went up that much if you only had one contract. Jim Carrey is asking me, are we buying shorts on Oracle? Not necessarily, but I am going to give you my technical analysis on it. We're going to talk a bit about it, right? So like I said, if you look to the left side of the chart, it went up from 118 all the way to 345. That was in an uptrend. So I want you to look at the moving averages on this chart right now. The blue line, the orange line, and the purple line. Those are moving averages. That is just the indicator that I have on this chart. That indicator is called the EMA. EMA just means exponential moving averages. All right, and I'm using 3 of them. I'm using 3 because the 9 is for a fast trend or a fast signal. The 50 is like my medium, and then the 200 is my long-term institutional bias. I'm going to look at the EMA 9, the 50, and the 200. The 200 is the purple one, the 50 one is the orange one, and the blue one is the 9. All right, stay with me. My golden rule to give to y'all is when the price is above the 200, you're in a bullish market. And when the price is below the 200, you're in a bearish market. Bullish mean it's going up, bearish mean it's going down. Oracle is far above the 200. So we still in the long-term bullish trend. You with me? We are overall still in a bullish trend. So when the price extended far above the 9 and the 50, right there around, what's that? Right around October, September, that is called overextension. That is a fat person that ran up a flight of stairs and they are tired at the top. Markets do not move in a straight line forever. They expand and they revert. They breathe in and they breathe out. So look at that violent vertical move that we had towards 345. Violent vertical. I mean, straight the fuck up. A lot of people think this is strong. It's mooning. Institutionals, they think this is where we sell to the people that's about to get in late as hell. They already this shit is chess, not checkers. You wondering why you losing? I'm telling you, you got to think. They know where you putting your stop loss at. You hear me? They know where you putting your stop loss at. That's why you seeing a lot of market manipulation. They'll send the price right there to where you and a million other people got y'all stop loss. But them massive ass wicks at the top, that's distribution. So they also sold into you being excited. This is not failure. This is professional behavior. 2 people are peeking in. Let them know how to engage with your live. So TikTok is telling me that I got 2 people peeking in. Bring y'all ass on in. Come on in. Don't sit on the outside looking in. Come on in. It's all right. You are welcome. I'm not, this is not one of them type of lives. I got you. So look, and hit the follow button too. Hit the follow button. Don't miss another live stream. Hit the notification bell as well. They're going to trick people into that gap, fill, and run up, says Tucker. Could happen. We never know. It could happen. Good shit, J-Man. I'm glad you came in. Also, I want to go ahead and give you a free trial. You can join my community. Hit the link in the bio. I'll let you in for a week for free. You know what I'm saying? You see how lucrative that could be. And you let me know. If it's not, go ahead and cancel it before the 7th day week. Remember how we were bearish this morning? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, yesterday, Tucker, not necessarily bearish, but we talked about the dead cat bounce. We talked about everything that was going to happen this entire week. I don't know if you've been paying attention, Tuck. I know you have been because you bringing it up, but you know what I mean. Now, the pullback. We're going to talk about the pullback after the price. Oh, what up, Melody? Long time. What's happening? So, look, when the price pulled back hard, right, that's where the beginner started to panic at. And when you become a professional, I want you to ask yourself a question at that point. Is the structure broken? So we're going to check and see. Since we had a big ass sell-off, I want to know if the structure is broken. Did it lose the 200 EMA? No. Did volume collapse? No. Did it retrace to the prior support? Yes. So this pullback is normal. It's not bearish, but I pay attention to this type of shit, though. You should as well, right? You should as well. You want to pay attention to it. Get to asking yourself these questions. It'll help you not be guessing, right? Don't you hate guessing? So I also pay attention to support and resistance heavy, because this is where the price remembers that. It's like muscle memory. So they are literally memory zones. Okay. So the support that I'm seeing on the chart right now, we looking at, of course, the previous level, the 200 EMA is at 118. That is the long-term support level. That is the floor that the price comes up from, that it could come back down to. Okay. And these levels of support and resistance, they also act as magnets. Sometimes one magnet is stronger than the other. Okay. Maybe you should play with magnets and get refresh your memory on how magnets work. It's when sometimes one magnet can be stronger, or sometimes the price could, if that object is closer to one magnet, it just will attract to the one that is closer to. You ever took two magnets and pulled something, trying to see which magnet gonna get it first? But you really just getting closer to it with one of them. That's support and resistance. I don't want to complicate things. Just know 185 is the level of support that we are at now, because that's the price. That's the level that the price came down to, right? And it's stopping there. Going to charge. Hope you're available after. Okay, Melody, no doubt. So 185 at the price of 185 and 190. We got a lot of buyers that have stepped in at this level multiple times. We also got a lot of buyers that stepped in previously around 160, and buyers stepped in, of course, as you could tell, at 118. That's what pushed the price up the first time. So what you want to do is pay attention to also the 200 level. The 200. When the price hits 200, that's also just a psychological round number, okay? It's an even number. People pay attention to that shit too. It's not an odd number. 218, where the 50 EMA is at, that's the orange line. This acts as a dynamic support level. So the prices right now is compressing between support and resistance. That's called what? Who knows when the price is going up and down between support and resistance? What is that called? Anybody in the comment section tell me. You close, Tuck. Start with a C. It starts with the C. When the price is going up and down between support and resistance, yes, consolidation. Now, consolidation is stored up energy. You know what happened after consolidation, KB? Right? It's like when y'all ever took a spring and pushed it down. It's like when you coil down a spring and you let it go. Yes. So the market move in phases. Let me see if I can show y'all something real quick. Let me see where it's at. Oh yeah, hold on, y'all. Pardon me. I'm gonna show y'all this picture. That's gonna show you the four market phase. The four market phase. Boom. SMCI is coiling, I think, says medium wave. Medium wave, you've been talking about SMCI for 2 days now. When the expiration date? Because I can already tell you got a position you monitoring like a hawk. So the four market phases you want to pay attention to. We got accumulation. We got the markup or the uptrend. Then we got distribution. And then we got the downtrend or the markdown. Right? Before I even get into that, we also pay attention to volume. Volume is, some of y'all trade and don't even pay attention to volume. That's crazy work. It is going to confirm intent. Like if you see high volume and the price is on the way up, that's accumulation. If you see a spike in volume at the top, that's distribution. If you see volume declining on a pullback, the selling pressure is getting weak. All this shit literally is textbook market behavior. You got to learn this type of shit first. You really do. So the market move in phases. Oracle, it has accumulation. It went through the markup. It went through the distribution. It ain't hit the markdown yet. Right now, Oracle is in the reaccumulation or the base building stage. I was just showing y'all the Oracle chart. Now you know what's going on in correlation. Do everybody understand what I mean by the four market phases now? You got two levels. See accumulation and distribution. That's really what. Can somebody tell me what is accumulation and distribution? This is a trick question. Accumulation and distribution is really what? Let me see if y'all paying attention. Now, earlier, Tucker, you said range, and you see those dotted lines on the outside of those candlesticks. Those dotted lines represent support and resistance. But the answer is consolidation. Accumulation is another form of consolidation. Distribution is another form of consolidation. The market is really only in three moments. It's either going up or down or sideways. That's it. But there's two different types of sideways. You feel me? That's what makes it four market phases, because you when it's going sideways, it either just came from an uptrend, or it just came or right after an uptrend. Them the two different types. It's either right before a downtrend or right after a downtrend. Are y'all with me? Now, market structure is, you know, it is. That is a part. That it is dealing with price action. Price action, market structure, yes. There is a difference though. But they one and the same. We'll talk about that in a second. I just wanted to step away from the chart and talk business about, Oracle, because they not trash, you feel me? But it's also not a technology stock. Oracle is an enterprise infrastructure company. Y'all probably tired of hearing me talk about them, but y'all know how I get down. As soon as I talk about them, everybody else do. As soon as I bring it up, everybody else do. I'm early. I'm the motherfucking Oracle. So yeah. And then somebody said the Oracle is like the father of the Matrix. And inside the Matrix, there was somebody called the Oracle. That shit deep. Don't start no conspiracy theories. Don't start no conspiracy theory. It won't be none. You feel me? Not necessarily, Mazel. I wouldn't even say to the moon. How about I'm gonna say I compare Oracle to being like the street. Like I said, imagine we in like a city. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. Just imagine like the digital world, like it's a city. And then you got all the social media apps, as the stores, the billboards, the restaurants. That's what everybody see when you outside. But Oracle owns the roads. They own the plumbing, the electrical grid, and the locked buildings where all of the records are kept at. I'm not saying literally. I'm using that as an example. This is me metaphorically speaking. I'm just giving you an example of how much fucking behind the scenes, right? Oracle really runs shit. And been running shit. That's why they CEO or the founder, whatever, he the second richest fucking person in the world right now. This guy that look like he speak like, that was a spicy meatball. He look like he say some shit like that. But I ain't gonna get the roast on him and shit. It don't matter how they look. He the second richest motherfucker in the world. I thought the rails owned the road. Yeah, I was using an example, so I knew somebody was gonna do that. So don't bring that Amelia Bedelia, you know what I'm saying? Don't be acting like Amelia Bedelia and shit, man. I was giving you an example of just saying, how they own shit, the infrastructure of AI damn near. What's the difference between the ledgers and Oracle? Were you talking about crypto? Are you bringing crypto into the picture when you talk about the ledgers? Anyways, I ain't finna let you confuse me with your confusion. You understand me? You already saw. I'm gonna answer your question, but that has nothing to do. They not connected. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna say they're not connected, because I don't know what the fuck else Oracle got their hands in. But the point is, I'm actually talking about the company. So I'm talking about this company named Oracle and how important they are. And to our data, to the messages that you sending to me now, the words that I'm putting into the phone, right? Input and output, your camera, your messages, everything. Your medical records, the government's shit, everything. But anyways, back to the chart. I was giving people a technical analysis on Oracle. We was going over the actual stock. And we was looking at the price levels. I was teaching people support and resistance, volume, and we was at this level where I was telling them about the market phase theory. They call it a theory, but it obviously does move in these phases, right? But I just wanted to take a step away from the chart and was talking about Oracle. Again, that's what the whole little conversation had been about. So they sell to governments. They sell to Fortune 500s. They sell to the banks. Sticky revenue. I mean, when I say sticky revenue, they money ain't going nowhere. They own the mission critical data pipeline, bro. A lot of institutions like Oracle as a buy. They got predictable ass cash flow. They got some very long contracts in place right now. They got multi-year contracts, so that means it's not just 1 year. They locked in. Like motherfuckers subscribe to them. This is not a meme stock. So I'm going. Let me tell you what I got on my brain on this. I'm gonna give you both situations, because if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So we're gonna look at it from both situations. I ain't married to neither side, the bull or the bear. So my bullish outlook. Of course, if we hold 185, maybe even 160, right? As long as we don't break below where the 50 and the 9 previously crossed at back in June, right? As long as we don't break below that area, I want to say 150, of course. 150 is really my panic button. However, I'm going to assume it's going to go down to 118 if it break below 155, 150. But if it hold this level, then I'm assuming that it'll reclaim the 50 EMA. I don't want to assume. I'm just giving you what I see in my head right now. It'll reclaim the one. What do I mean by reclaim? It'll go up from 185 to about a little bit above 218. Do you see where the 218 price at? Just look at the orange line. That's the 50 EMA. And look at where the price is now. That's the blue dotted line is where the price is now. It'll go back up $15, maybe even $30. Yep, 221 tuck. Okay. So this is what I see it doing. It'll break consolidation. It'll stop going back and forth. Remember, I told y'all what consolidation is. And then when it breaks consolidation, it will retest $260. And then it will retest $300 over time. Okay. Now, here's my neutral prediction or speculation. This shit could keep going sideways. And then the 200 day, the purple line, it'll eventually catch up to where the price is at. And we'll have a longer base, but then we'll also get another leg higher. This is from me studying price action. Oh yeah, I'm going to that my bearish outlook next, JoJo. I think, like I said, if we break below 185 and stay below 185, and if we lose the 200 EMA, then we can look for Oracle to come back down to 118 again. Somebody says, I was trying to find your page because I lost it yesterday. Found you on my For You page right now. You see how the universe work? Ain't that something? That's right. You in the right space. The algorithm is only a vehicle being driven by the universe to bring you to like-minded individuals. It's going to bounce on here. Where it's going to bounce at? From this level? But yeah, I'm just saying, we looking at it from all three, from what points of views. Right now though, I got a bullish bias. But it takes patience for this to actually, see it through. Now, what you should learn from this chart and everything that we talked about tonight, like if you leave this loom, I almost called it a loom. If you leave this live, all right, remember nothing else. I want you to remember this, that the candle's going to tell you emotion. The moving average is going to tell you the context. The volume is going to tell you the fucking truth. Support and resistance is going to tell you memory. Remember, okay? Remember, the price came up to here. Remember, the price came up from here. Remember, the price fell down from here. Remember, the price was stuck here last time. Start paying attention to these levels. And the fundamentals are going to tell you why the money stay. We in the classroom right now, no doubt. Alive, a room, your loom. Yeah, I was tripping. The way my brain would, anyways. Yeah, Oracle is not broken. It's not broken. People see it, down this much and they get afraid, but it's called resetting. And now you won't just look at charts no more. You're going to read them. Put a W in the chat if you learned something. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. I'm looking at you crazy if you haven't hit that follow button already. Don't be afraid to hit it now that I said that. Go and expose yourself because you in here and you ain't hit that follow button. You should be ashamed. I'm just playing. No, for real though. Hit the follow button. Appreciate that, Fishy. Good looking out. So yeah, we gonna keep it moving. I just want to make sure y'all understand. I'm not just telling you to put a W in the chat just to fucking say it. Let me know if y'all get it or not, because if not, I'll go back over it. I'll go back over it briefly. I will not repeat everything I just said. Sometimes I gotta put my foot in my mouth talking about I'll go back over it. No, I won't. No, I won't. Oracle has a lot of obstacles ahead. That $345 price lasted less than a day. It did, JoJo. But guess what else, JoJo? Guess what else lasted less than a day? The time it took for it to go up to $345. That's what amazes me about this company. And not just this company, a lot of stocks did that shit this year. There's something fishy in the air about this year, JoJo. What's going on with this market? I know you know. Let me know what's going on. Are we going to see, if we get another April moment, you know? All right, come here. But it couldn't hold it all. Yeah, it couldn't hold it all. There was a lot of big selling that went on there. But but people bought Oracle long before it was $100 too. Healthy pullbacks. You know what else I've been thinking about, JoJo? Since it went up to 345 and it went down the way it did, yeah, I mean, it did go back up to 320 within that same month of October, but that decline from 320 back down to 185 is even more money than the rise from 218 to 345. Like, am I tripping? Nah, I ain't tripping. The Bears popped out on this one. But I just gave everybody like an hour segue into this company, into why. I mean, literally, JoJo, before you came in, I went on and on and on about the CEO and how I view him. Okay, because he in control of all the fucking data. And he bought TikTok. You said not the Bears, it was intentional. Talk to me, what you mean, JoJo? He's a nutcase. I knew it. I felt it. But look, the company, he been owning shit since the 70s. He been stepping, putting belt to ass on. He number 2 richest guy. I'm just saying. I'm not glazing. I don't care. I'm just looking at the company like it's something going on here and I want to be a part of it. You feel me? Hey, JoJo, it ain't corruption unless I'm not involved in it. If I'm involved in it, it ain't corruption. It's like, right? Give me some of that shit. Stop playing with me. Yeah, if they let us in on the intel trade, on the insider trading, I won't be tripping. I said intel. What the fall for? What the fall? What for? The fall? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oracle and Broadcom are highly manipulated. I get what you're saying. But yeah, the most expensive mistake that any of y'all can make in trading is, being early. So we're not going to jump the gun. Being early feel like you being smart, like, oh, we smart as fuck. Nah. You want to make sure that you want to be confirmed. When you confirmed, that's where you make a shit ton of money at. So your duty as a trader is not to predict. It is to wait for proof. Somebody said the president is always telling them when to buy and sell. You know what, Ms. L? I ain't going to lie to you. You right about that. Tucker said, facts. That's been my problem 85% of the time. But we going to fix that, Tucker. It was your problem. It's not your problem no more. Being is past tense. That means you ain't going to do it no more. You feel me? You ain't going to do it no more. What y'all know about entries? How your entry level is going to matter. Early isn't the worst if you patient, but you got to be ready for the exit. Yeah, you do got to be ready for the exit, but if you do it right the first time, you ain't got to do it again. You wouldn't be had to worry about, doing that if you got in at the right spot. So, and you do have to do both. Both of them are equally important, but I just want to define entry versus confirmation, like in retrospective, right? So an entry is when you think about something. It's when you think something is about to happen, okay? So we dealing with anticipation, speculation. Hold on. Speculation is where you thinking it's about to go. Where do I see it's about? Where I think it's gonna happen from here. It's also you also dealing with higher risk. You're dealing with cheaper options, right? A lower win rate. Confirmation is when the market prove it's happening. Confirmation is reaction, validation, lower risk, more expensive options, higher win rate. You want to separate these two on purpose. You want to make sure that this shit is a confirm and not just be trying to get in on nothing. Confirmed, confluence. You got to learn confluence. So Oracle is in a long-term trend. I'm done talking about it after that. I'm just letting you know. It's not a chase zone. It's a decision zone. So for me, I'm going to get in on Oracle. Let me show you where I get in at. And then I'm done. I'm going to leave it alone. I ain't no cap. I'm going to leave it alone. When would I enter on or early on Oracle? Could y'all tell me where would y'all get in at? When would you enter early? What would an early entry on this chart be? And where would you go to? Now, early entry is justified only as structure support. So on this chart, that means near 185, that's the previous level or it was demanded at. Let me see what y'all talking about. I see Tucker and JoJo. No, it's not a graveyard of losses. Stop losses king. That's the absolute source of manipulation. Early isn't the worst. Okay. Not sure. Okay, I got you, Quanjay. Is that Quanjay? But yeah, 185. That's early. You saying that I think it's going to go all the way back up to 340, above 300? And getting in now, that will be an early entry. If you get in near any of the EMA converges or after selling pressure start to weaken. So what does that candle look like? What would a candle look like? You want a long, lower wick. I want a small body. And if the price is refusing to go lower, then I see the volume, because right now there's a lot of red volume. It's a lot of negative volume, bearish volume, okay? But I need to see decreasing red volume. That candle says that the sellers tried again, but the buyers absorbed them and kept it from going down. But that's not what we seeing here. That's some early shit. That's what I mean by early. So if I'm going long, I want to use the strong support levels. If I think it's going up, I want to use strong support levels. When the market is not collapsing, you got to be willing to be early because it's in a downtrend right now. This is not financial advice. I'm just giving you an example. I'm going to look at expiration dates that expire 45 to 90 days out. And yeah, I want to see how much lower it can go, to be honest. You're right, JoJo. I want to see if it's going to retest 160, 150. Between 140 and 160, you see that purple line is there. That's the 200. That's usually where it'll go back to. And it might climb up another leg higher from there. It looks like it wants 140, or am I bugging? No, you're not bugging. You're not bugging. You're not bugging at all. I'm just giving examples. I would do something like cash secured puts on this. Now, a cash secured put, can anybody in the chat tell me what it is? And if you don't know, can you put a W in the chat if you would like to know, or follow me if you would like to know? Follow me if you would like to know, because I would like to tell you and I would like to grow. All it takes is a deal with OpenAI and To The Moon. Okay. When you got enough money to buy shares at that strike. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Tucker said, JoJo asked you, Tucker, are you serious? If you shorted this week, you would have cleaned up. Yeah, no doubt. All right, Tucker, hold on. We talking about cash secured puts real quick. So that's me saying I'm willing to buy Oracle lower, and I'll get paid to wait. Okay? So, if I like Oracle at this level when it gets lower, and I'll buy it when it gets that. I promise to buy it when it get that low, and you get paid a premium up front for waiting. Simple. Don't ever tell nobody you don't know what a cash secure put is. Ever, ever, ever. So I'm going to sell puts at support. I'm going to look at 30 to 60 days to expire. Now, a lot of people miss money, not because they stupid, but because ain't nobody ever explained what's actually happening in plain English. When you, listen, it's simple over here at Ironwork Trading. We just going to put it that way. We're gonna put it that way. But yeah, when you hear about big banks like Goldman Sachs, I don't like their name, Goldman Sachs. What the hell kind of name that is? When you hear about them making changes, right? Most people think that it don't affect them. They think that's rich people shit, right? Or that's some Wall Street mumbo jumbo or whatnot, whatever the hell they say. But that mindset is exactly why money stay concentrated at the top and why rich people stay rich and poor people stay poor. When Goldman Sachs move, they are not guessing. They are literally positioning themselves years ahead. Remember, this shit is chess, not checkers. And then they do that by reorganizing people. They do this by reorganizing money, and then they focus around where the next wave of money going to be created, right? So Goldman Sachs is restructuring their technology, the media, the telecommunications, investment banking division, right? That's what they call this shit. And then that sentence alone is more important than it sounds. Investment banking is where deals are born. I'm going to say it again. Investment banking is where deals are born. It's where companies get to raise money, merge, acquire, and expand. When Goldman restructured this department to focus specifically on artificial intelligence infrastructure, they basically saying very clearly that AI is no longer a fucking trend. It is no longer optional. It is no longer experimental. This ain't just an experiment. Literally, this is becoming foundational. I ain't gonna shut up about it. Y'all like, bro, every time I come to this dark skinned, ashy, every time I come to his live stream, he want to talk about AI. But guess what? Me and AI got on plenty of cocoa butter. You thought we was ashy. You thought we were super serious. Hey, you want to pay attention to this is not just viral. Okay? It's not just viral. Like infrastructure is what everything sit on. Like the roads. Remember we talked about that earlier? The road made cars valuable. The power grids made the factories possible. AI infrastructure is what makes artificial intelligence profitable. So they created a new segment called Global Infrastructure Technology. They merged telecommunications and core technology teams. And that's going to also tell you something else simple. AI don't live in the cloud, in no magical ass cloud. Some of y'all probably think AI is a flying nimbus or some shit. I don't know. But it don't live in a magical cloud. This shit literally needs copper. It needs fiber, bandwidth, data centers, silver, chips, servers, cooling systems. It needs literal power. Okay, and Goldman wants to be the banker that finance all of that shit. They want to be the firm behind the scenes that's collecting fees on every major build out, every merger, every acquisition, every expansion that's related to AI. This is not short-term thinking. Okay, they thinking about decades ahead. Jojo said, and Congress is going to halt AI data center development for a period. We'll see. We'll see. Liquidity Grab says, Tucker, what y'all talking about? I got to stop and read the comment section. I don't trade SPY, says Tucker. I use it as a guide. The same with QQQ. Tucker, can you tell people why you use SPY as a guide and why you don't trade it? Data centers contracts are being reviewed and halted because of the draw on community. So that's the bubble. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to play out like no bubble. Like I said, it's here. It is already here. The AI. This is not, we can keep calling it a bubble, but I think it's actually going to be bigger than what we are anticipating it to be, because it's going to grow at a quantum level. When you hear that Yasmin, what's her name? Yasmin Kupel. There's some people that's co-leading this group right now. I forgot their name, but it's not no random HR. These ain't no random HR people. Like, these people with experience dealing with situations like this. So Goldman don't put lightweight leadership in charge of big ass lump sums of money. They got a dude over there named Kyle. He's continuing to oversee the technology infrastructure that they got going on over there, and the semiconductors. That's another huge signal. Semiconductors are the heart of AI. Without the chips, don't shit run. Goldman is aligning deal makers around the most critical choke points in the AI economy. We actually talking about this not because of what we think, but because we gonna make some fucking money off the information. Fuck what we think. I'm going off of what actually happens, right? Every opinions is like an asshole. Everybody got one, but what's really going on? What this means for you as an investor. This is not financial advice. This is common sense, right? This is for educational purposes only. You don't fucking chase hype. You want to follow infrastructure. When banks start to reorganize their entire division around one theme, they are preparing for a massive deal. They looking for massive deal volume. Deal volume means growth. Growth means opportunity. Opportunity is where you, as a disciplined investor, you're going to make money over time. This is how you think like the institutions instead of reacting like a normal ass retail trader. Thank you, JoJo. Y'all need to tap the screen. Appreciate y'all. Tap. While I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. And if you new here, hit the follow button. Don't forget to hit the follow button. I get off the live and it be 4-5 followers, and I'm looking at everybody that, TikTok tell me everything. TikTok tell me everything. Don't ask me for shit. I'm just talking shit, y'all. I do this for y'all. But yeah, why do you pay attention to that? Because it matters. Everything I just said matters. If you got the power of execution, then you know what to do with it. You know what to do with it. You know what to do with it. Now, let's take that same mindset that I just gave y'all, right? We're going to take that same mindset and apply it to Tesla. How many of y'all made money off Tesla this year? Or how many of y'all would like to make money off Tesla one day? Tesla is one of the most misunderstood companies on the market right now. Tucker said Tesla is his bottom bitch. But yeah, this is a misunderstood company. Trump got them in a chokehold. He talking about some Elon still ain't called them. I like to disassociate Tesla from Elon. Most people still think Tesla is just a car company. That's because most people only look at what's visible on the surface. The company like Morgan Stanley, they looking at what's underneath. They looking at Tesla as a platform, right? They've been talking about autonomous transportation, artificial intelligence again, data again, and this word called recurring revenue. Morgan Stanley expect Tesla robotaxi fleet to grow to around 1,000 vehicles by 2026. So the number itself is not why I'm bringing it up. That don't matter. What matter is the process that it took to get there. So you don't get from 0 to 1,000 without confidence in technology. Okay? Without confidence in data. The type of confidence that regulators gonna eventually allow this shit to really be like, we really might be out on the roads and see cars that just drive themselves here soon. Unsupervised testing in Austin, Texas is a critical milestone for Tesla because that means the system is being trusted in a real world environment without constant human intervention. Jojo asked me, maintenance is the problem with that fleet, right? Well, hey Jojo, like I said, I don't know that. I ain't been inside one. I haven't actually seen one in person yet. I'm just going off the facts, But yeah, you're right. Safety metrics matter more than marketing, Jojo. You completely right. Every mile driven, right, by these cars, the autonomously by every mile driven autonomously, let's say that, is generating data. So that data will improve this system to where they won't crash eventually. That improvement lowers the risk. I ain't gonna say they won't crash because I ain't the one developing this shit, but I'm just giving you the facts. The lower risk that improvement will bring will lead to them being regulated. It'll get approved. Regulatory approval will lead to them to scale. Scale will lead to profit. This is a chain reaction. I don't think Morgan Stanley is guessing. I think they getting ready for some shit. They literally modeling this process step by step. They are looking at this shit like the people that was looking at the car system, the railroad system, the airplanes, and all this extra shit. Let's just talk about it for a second. So the people in the railroad industry during that time, they had an opportunity in their hands that they didn't realize. They could have just literally took the money that they made because they made a shit ton of money. And they could have went ahead and started making, I'm going to put it this way. They didn't realize what they had, okay? They made a lot of money, the people in the railroad industry during that time, but they didn't realize that they was in the transportation industry. They thought that they was in the railroad business. They could have took that money and built cars, planes, boats. They didn't pay attention. They was so focused on fucking railroads that shortly after, cars came, airplanes came. So what I'm saying is a lot of people starting to realize what AI is, and they are and realizing, not just AI. If you listen, Paul Martinez, because you got 2 ears and 1 mouth, then you will know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how Morgan Stanley is expecting Tesla to do some shit, right, with they auto-driving ass cars. And we talking about it's going to equate to money. I'm talking about money, Paul Martinez. We talking about money. Cybercab production that's beginning in April 2026 is another key detail that people overlook. So when this production happened, that means Tesla is planning not just pilots, but actual deployment. Deployment is where the reoccurring revenue I was just telling y'all about, that's when that start to form. So a robo-taxi won't get sick. A robo-taxi not finna get in a fucking car and smoke a cigarette. A robo-taxi not finna cuss you out. Right? A robo-taxi not finna play Sexy Red on the radio and shit when you get, I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know. What if you get in there and the robo-taxi start? Like, what if you get in there and the robo-taxis just know your ass like... No, for real though, all jokes aside though. Bet on Tesla is my point, says Paul Martinez. Yeah, no, I'm actually with you. Tesla is money. You don't need a bank to tell you that. What? Who said we need a bank to tell us anything, man? Bumba clot bate boy. Rude boy. Garage clot. Hey D, get him up out of here. No, I'm just playing, Paul. You good. I ain't gonna send you to the block party. You good. Just listen, okay? Just listen. You got 2 ears and one mouth mon. All right. So we don't got to worry about robo-taxis asking to take a break. They can operate around the clock. That's going to change the economics of transportation. So we know they're not going to get tired. Yeah, they're not going to get tired like y'all be. Or is they? What if they be tired as hell for real too? No, I ain't gonna get on. I ain't gonna get into that what if shit. We gonna stick to the facts, right, JoJo? Right? This shit is gonna change the economics of transportation. Little do we know. So as an investor, we understand this is not a headline. We are literally positioning our portfolios. We getting our money ready for the structural change that's taking place. Imagine riding horses and you see a car drive by and you like, hey bro, we need to invest in that shit. And then the person on the horse next to you like, I don't know, man. You know that shit ain't really safe. They ain't gonna never pass regulations on that shit. Fast forward, everybody got a car. Same thing with AI. You know, people was looking at their cell phone and internet shit like, you know, that shit's stupid, man. I don't think I need one. I just like writing letters. I'd rather file everything at this file cabinet and buy paper and pen. Next thing you know, we all got fucking email addresses. But during that time, somebody said, hey, man, we should invest in that shit. There was somebody that was going on, and then people then was like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about? Then, the same way Mr. Martinez just asked me what the fuck am I talking about, not knowing I'm fucking Marty McFly back from the future trying to put you the fuck on, but you ain't, but you... Now, I want you to zoom out. Because this isn't just companies competing, this is countries competing. Countries, whole countries. Whole countries. We got OpenAI hiring George Osborne to lead global expansion under the Stargate initiative. It's not about technology leadership. It's about political and economic alignment. See, the governments understand that AI is becoming a national resource. They get it. You don't. JoJo said regulations developed after multiple issues arose, mostly death related. All right, JoJo, you don't fuck with the cars. You ain't never got to get in one, but guess what? It's people out there that'll never get inside of one of them self-driving cars, but I bet you they gonna make money from it. Huh? Do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Say, round. Dude, cars was created before there were regulations, came way after. No, JoJo, you get the point though, right? I get that. I'm just giving an example, right? Nonetheless, right? Imagine two guys riding a horse. We take regulations out the point. They looked at the car. Okay, I'm glad you know. Don't make me go into no detail on that. I want to talk about this Stargate plan and OpenAI, which is ChatGPT. And who the fuck is George Osborne and why do we care? Now, they just hired George Osborne to lead global expansion under this initiative called Stargate. It's not about technology. I told you that. So the government understand this. Just like energy independence matter, AI independence matter. We got data centers that we don't pay no attention to, but those are the factories of the future. So a lot of people that don't got a job, if you want to be a worker, take your ass to one of them data centers in your backyard. Look up data centers near me, and I guarantee you they building one if they ain't already done built one right there by you. All right. But that's not the that's not the topic. I'm not talking to nobody that want a job at a data center in that type of way, right? I just wanted to point that out. Like they making them in your backyard right now. So we want to look at the independence that this shit is creating. Like they the factories of the future. So what is the output? Intelligence is the output. They putting a shit ton of money into data centers. They putting a lot of money into power, into computing power, right? So when OpenAI work with countries, they trying to build sovereign AI. That means that those nations want control over their own data. They want their own models. They want their own decision-making system. So this is not science fiction. This is literally happening right now. This is not me making this shit up. There are literal agreements with the UK, the UAE. That shit just beginning. So there are discussions with dozens of countries right now, just to show you how global this shift with ChatGPT is right now, OpenAI. So this matters to markets because the infrastructure spending create long-term demand. The money that they spending on the AI is creating a long-term demand. The chips, the energy, the construction of it, right? The networking, the shit that it takes to keep it cool, the software, and the maintenance. All that shit, everybody benefit, all the whole economy. So when intelligence becomes infrastructure, the companies that's supplying that infrastructure, they become extremely valuable. This is why AI is not a bubble, JoJo. Not in the traditional sense. I do get in the sense that you said it is in the sense that you said, but not in the traditional sense. AI is literally in it's in transformation. This shit's it's in X mode, nigga. I'm just playing. No, it's what is it? X game mode. I'm getting old because all you know what the fuck my nephew don't be saying. But yeah, it's in X game mode, man. This shit finna take off. It just put his Crocs in sports mode, right? So NVIDIA. I really don't want to spend too much time on NVIDIA, but we can talk about them too because they understand this whole the whole ecosystem better than almost anybody do, because they are acquiring ShedMD, SCHED, not SaidMD, but ShedMD. It's not about headlines; it's about control. So there's this software. It's called ShedMD's. It's called Slurm. So this software manages massive computing workloads. To keep it simple, it decides which jobs run, when they run, and how the resources are allocated across thousands of servers. So by keeping Slurm open source, NVIDIA ensures that it remains widely adopted. And by integrating it deeply with NVIDIA hardware, they then get to make sure that they chips are default choice. This is not about locking people out. This is about making NVIDIA the easiest, safest, most efficient option. That's how me looking at NVIDIA now, when it's down, I'm looking at it like a buy. Buy the dip. Stop looking at NVIDIA like, oh, it fell down. Stop giving a fuck about what Michael Burry said at this point. Come on, bring it down, because they going to definitely have a foot in the future. And when it run up again, I'll be more than happy. But come on down, NVIDIA. Come down as much as you want to go. But keep doing these power plays like this, because how can the supply and demand for NVIDIA look so sexy, but the stock be down? See, that shit don't mean nothing to me. I'm buying the stock. I'm paying attention to what's going on. Some people say it's overhyped. I also look at Taiwan Semiconductor. The whole AI portfolio is strong, buddy. Everybody's strong. That's why they calling it a bubble, because people invest in money that they don't even got into AI. They invest in their mortgage, fucking rent money, car note money. This shit's sad. That's the part. That's why I said you right, JoJo. In a sense, it is in the bubble. Once you think about it. But hey, everything I said so far connects, because it connects to how you should think mentally going into the rest of the month or the year. Yep. NVIDIA damn near embedding itself in hardware, software, tools, all that shit. Any questions? Any questions? Don't sit up here and act like you ain't got no questions after all that shit I said. And if you ain't hit the follow button, I'm looking at you just like this right now. This how I'm looking at you while you in here and ain't hit the follow button. Take a breath. I didn't say it a lot. I know y'all like, man, god damn, Brett talk too fucking much, man. It's all right, man. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I want you to either level up mentally or tune the fuck out, right? Because it's going to, I want you not tune me out, but tune out the challenges. It's a lot of shit y'all was never taught y'all was never taught to question. We talked about Goldman Sachs, Tesla, OpenAI, NVIDIA, Oracle. I wouldn't shut the fuck up about Oracle about an hour ago. But what do all those stocks got in common? What do all those companies got in common? They don't none of them move emotional. It ain't got nothing to do with AI, none of that. None of them are rushed. None of them are accidental. They are calculated, long-term decisions made by people who understand that wealth is built by positioning yourself early and staying consistent. So the average person, they wait until something feels safe. By the time it feels safe, the money gone. The easy money you could have made is already gone. Institutions, smart, professional traders, they don't wait for certainty. They build conviction through research, data, and structure. That's the difference between reacting to the market and participating in it. If you want to be profitable going into the next year, the first thing you got to do is stop thinking like somebody who need permission to act. This is why mindset matters so much. Most people lose money not because they pick bad stocks or bad options and shit like that. Not because they buy or sell at the wrong time, but because they don't got the framework. They overtrade. They panic sell. They chase green candles. They don't understand the cycles that we just went over tonight. Or they don't know that the market moves in phases. So the people who survive and thrive are the ones who understand where we are in the cycle and they position themselves accordingly, right? Excuse me. So right now we in a phase where the infrastructure is being built for the next decade, for the next 5 to 10 years, right? Let's say 10 years, but I know some of y'all can't see that far ahead. So I'm going to say for the next 5 to 10 years, even though shit going to pop off in the next 1 to 2, but AI infrastructure, energy infrastructure, the computer infrastructure, the data, listen, that don't mean every stock going to go up tomorrow. It just means the foundation is being laid. So as a smart trader, we're going to use this time to accumulate quality. We're going to manage the risk, right? We ain't going to be using a shit ton of our capital. We're going to keep some of our shit cash ready for the opportunities that come and that lie ahead. We're going to prepare mentally. This is where patience starts to become a competitive advantage for you. Stinky Pinky said, wait till trading goes 24 hours a day. They going to lose their fucking mind, Stinky. They going to run around like chickens with the head cut off. They ain't going to know how to act. But not us Ironworth traders, not the people I'm talking to. Probably about out of 30 people, 10 of them really paying attention. If you one of them 10 people, you know what I'm saying, tap the screen. Let me know you active in here right now. You paying attention. You actively engaged in the conversation with me. Any questions? Futures traders, hey, leave us alone, Tuck. Leave us alone, Tuck. We trade I trade futures at the nighttime. You think I'm up all night for no reason and not trading? Don't make me pull out an order field. You're going to hear that one real quick right now. But no, I'm just bullshit. I'm going to stay focused. I just really wanted to go over the mindset that it take, though, because people don't, they don't talk about something that's even more important than picking the right stock, which is protecting the person who doing the investing, which is you. If you're not protected, one event can undo years of all your progress. I think it will hurt option traders, says Stinky Pinky. Yeah, it could. It could. It could. Any more questions? Because I don't want to overlook the comment section. But yeah, you make one mistake, it's going to fuck up everything you got going on. You don't want that to happen. Y'all be wanting to trade. Everybody, hey, will you teach me how to trade, but don't got your affairs in order? Let me help you get your affairs in order first, big fella. Ladies and gentlemen, right? So you want to make sure you got a solid financial foundation. And then why would you build all this wealth? Why would you build this wealth up and not have it protected and not be able to pass it down to the next generation or to your mom or your dad or your loved ones, your children, maybe your nephews and nieces. I had a man tell me the other day, I don't got no kids, so I don't need life insurance. Okay, all right, that's crazy. Well, that's fine. He didn't need insurance, but who the fuck is finna pay for your funeral when you die, or your casket, or when you die? They gonna throw a GoFundMe? Is that what's gonna happen? I'm so tired of people with the broke ass mindset. I really am. It's brokenness. It's where life insurance come into the conversation. I want to be very clear. It's not about fear. It's about strategy. Wealthy families have always understood something simple. You don't build wealth by hoping that nothing bad ever happened. You build wealth by planning for the uncertain shit that you're not ready for. Life insurance, when you structure it properly, is going to create liquidity at the exact moment when you need it the most. It's going to allow families to keep assets instead of selling this shit under pressure, which I've seen too many times. I like this company called Lemonade. They're going to change the way insurance is bought. But we're not talking about Lemonade right now. I want to talk about wealth building. Right? Primerica doing good on the stock market right now. It's doing better than Apple. Primerica stock doing better than Apple right now. Right now. And if you own a business, this is the type of shit that's going to allow your business to continue operating if something was to happen. It's going to also allow your investments to stay invested. So historically speaking, powerful families have used insurance not just for protection, but as a financial tool. It's going to provide leverage for you. It provided tax efficiency for them and certainty in an uncertain world. So while everybody else see insurance as an expense, the wealthy people or people that are on the road or the route to be wealthy, they see it as an infrastructure. Just like AI infrastructure support growth, financial infrastructure supports legacy. So think about this. If you investing and you building portfolios and you learning the market and you planning for the future, but you ain't protected that plan, you building on a weak ass foundation. That's not smart. That's really dumb as fuck. That's risky as hell. Real wealth is built. This shit is built when you protect it and it grow at the same time. This is why I say investing alone is not enough. You need systems. You need a solid financial foundation. You need structure. You do. I'm talking to you. You need a plan that accounts for life, not just for the charts and shit. You just want to trade. You blowing money. You know you wasting money. That money could have been spent on an actual solid financial foundation. If you come to me, I can help you overstand and understand how to protect your income, how to grow your capital, and position your family for the long term. No pressure. Guess what? Time is of the essence. So when I talk about opportunity, because some of you listening right now, you're not just trying to invest better. Fuck trying. I don't even like using the word try because I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm talking to you, right? You're not trying to listen. You're actually listening. Some of y'all want to invest better and you're going to, right? You want to earn more and you're going to. You are going to break out of the cycle where your income is limiting how much you get to invest, because that's a real problem for a lot of people. You could be the best investor in the world, but if your cash flow is weak, your progress going to be slow. Some of y'all right now might be the best investor in the world, but you are not allowed to be that right now. So this is why wealthy individuals never rely on one stream of income. They stack skills, they stack opportunities, they build income streams that feed their investments. Hear me out. Some of y'all are capable of earning an extra 5 figures a month if you applied the same discipline that you're trying to apply to trading. The difference is nobody ever showed you how. There are opportunities for you to work from home or on the go, for you to educate others, for you to help protect people, right? For you to help people protect themselves financially, invest properly while building your own income at the same time. So this ain't about quitting your job tomorrow. You can do this shit while you doing the job, and then let's just stop making excuses. You need to add leverage to your life. It's about building something scalable. something that can grow. And I want you to notice how everything's still tied back to the stock market. Income will allow you to invest more. Investing will grow your capital. Protection will preserve the capital. Education is going to multiply the results that you're getting. This is one system now. So when you understand the system, you start feeling confident and you stop feeling overwhelmed. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. I want you to grow. I want you to inbox me your name and your number so I can help you. That's what I'm here for. I did all this talking tonight. I don't want you to think I was talking for no reason or out the side of my neck. I knew that when I went live tonight, I was going to meet you and you was going to need my help. I knew it. I knew the algorithm was going to lead me to you, and it led me to people before. And I told myself, you know what? I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't go live as much as possible and try to reach out to as many people as possible and connect with as many people as possible and help as many people as this is my purpose. I'm serving my purpose. You should allow me to help you serve yours as well. Yeah, so now let's prepare mentally for the rest of this month and going into the next year, because this is where most people self-sabotage. They set unrealistic expectations and they want overnight success. They want every trade to win. That mindset will guarantee failure for you. See, a profitable trader is going to focus on process, not the outcome. We're going to focus on consistency. We're not going to get too excited. Calm the fuck down. Like some of y'all get into a trade and literally be holding your fucking breath. Stop that. They understand that losses are a part of the game. You are going to lose. A trade should only go in one or four ways. A big win, a small win, a break even, or a small loss. A big loss is not an option. If you out here taking big losses, there's something wrong with you. They like, damn, coach, you just going to tell me there's something wrong with me? Yeah, I'm going to tell you what it is. You stubborn. You stubborn. You are actually holding the losing positions and you are cutting the winning positions fast, but you going to hold a loss? Yeah, we got to make it make sense. Yes, you need to get with me. We need to make it make sense. Okay? So, with that being said, the mindset like that, where you want to win every trade, that shit gonna guarantee failure for you. Don't do that. Discipline will keep your losses small, and then it's gonna help you maximize your gains. And if you can master your emotions, then you're gonna be able to master the market. And you need to show up every day with intention. You need to have a plan. Juju, don't do that. you know, you got it. You got this. You know what I'm saying? You're going to learn why the markets move. You'll stop reacting to movement. And it's about becoming dangerous with knowledge, not reckless with money. Fighting this stubbornness is a challenge. Trust me, I get it. I'm a Scorpio. So they say we the complete opposite of the Taurus. I completely get it, Juju. I know what you're going through. Even though I barely knew you. But nah, for real though. Dead ass serious. Yeah, you got it. I want to speak directly to the person that's listening who feel like they behind. If you feel like you should have started earlier, right? Or you feel like everybody knows something that you don't, let me tell you something. And I want you to listen very clear. The market does not care when you start. It cares about how you start though. If you start educated and disciplined and focused, then you already ahead of people who've been trading for years. Do I need to say that again for it to register? Listen to me. I'm going to say it again for you. If you feel like you should have started earlier and you think people know something that you don't, the market don't give a fuck when you start, but it do care about how you start. It don't care about when you start. It do care about how you start. Investing in the stock market. The stock market don't give a fuck about when you start. It cares about how you start. If you started educated, if you start doing this shit disciplined and you stay focused, then you already ahead of the people who are not. This is not about being perfect. It's not about being consistent. Small actions done repeatedly on a compounded level. You got to stay with this shit long enough to see your efforts compounded. That is true investing. That's where you're going to see the real income at. I'm setting y'all up. Iron sharpens iron. All that other fluff and shit that y'all see on everybody's page, fugazi. I ain't discrediting everybody else and saying this is the only place for truth. No, it exists other places out there as well. I'm talking about the ones who be out there showing you Lamborghinis and you can make $5,000 trading every day. You can make $500 every day, day trading, lying to you like a motherfucker. Guess what? Even if it's the truth, they're not showing you what it takes to get that. They're not showing you what they're leveraging to get that. You ain't even ask how much did it take to make that. Because it does take money to make money. The same person that get happy when they see that think that they about to make $500 a day with $100 a day. Do it and come back and talk to me, Superman or Wonder Woman. I want to see you do it, and then you come teach me how you doing it. Or and if you want to not, you don't got to teach nobody, but definitely do it if you have the ability to, Yes, that's exactly what they doing, Tucker. They are them people that they see doing that. That's precisely what they doing, Tuck. We ain't slow, Tuck. You feel me? Now you can go out there and you can make consistent gains, but don't go out there under the pretense that you finna make $1,000 a day in the market and never lose. That type of mindset will get you screwed. If you can do it, but don't go out there with the mindset that you're not going to lose. Yeah, that would be crazy. you and your buddies gather together. You know what I'm saying? The people who do that shit, this is how they gonna be with their friends. But everybody that listen to me, you're gonna wake up, your portfolio gonna be looking like this and shit the next day. You hear me? Think I'm bullshitting? Try me. If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, then hook it up, goddamn it. Hey, y'all, hit the follow button if you're new here. Hit the follow button if you're new here. Also, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another live stream. All the shit I just told y'all, these are the rules that people don't explain on CNBC. They don't teach it in school. Don't nobody learn this until they lose money a few times. The stock market is not just numbers and charts and shit. I told y'all it's human behavior. But it's scaled to millions of people with fear and greed amplified by money. Institutions understand this shit. Retail investors are the ones that don't. That's why the institutions win more often than they lose, not because they smarter, not because they got insider information, not just because they got insider information, but because they calmer. They are better prepared and less emotional. They don't wake up every day saying, what am I buying today? They wake up asking, what does the environment support right now? Most of y'all chase excitement. Don't do that. You need to build exposure. Build exposure. Look for confirmation, right? Nah, you want to look for asymmetry. It's just math. You don't want to be right. It ain't about being right. You want to be profitable. The difference alone is going to explain most losses. So think about how most people trade. They wait for a stock to already be moving up, right? They hear about it on social media or some shit. They see green candles. They feel like FOMO, fear of missing out. They buy late. Then the stock pull back. It go down like it always do. And they panic. You see what I'm saying? They panic. And then they sell. Then the same stock later on recover. And now they feel dumb as hell. They feel stupid, right? How many times y'all seen that happen or heard that happen, or has that ever happened to you? That emotional cycle is going to repeat over and over. Smart, professional traders don't do that. Institutions don't do that shit. Smart money don't do that. They buy when things are boring. They gonna buy when fear is high. They gonna sell when the excitement is high. And then when the risk increase, they gonna sell too. So this is why I keep putting emphasis on infrastructure. This is why I keep telling y'all I sound like a Mississippi pimp, but I'm telling you proper preparation prevents poor performance. You gotta have patience. We pushing P. So these things don't excite people emotionally. I know y'all want to see me, do what they do. I don't care. That's why I do my show like this. I don't give a fuck about live trading. I'm going for that. I'm going for your frontal lobe. I want you to hear me. I need you to hear me. I got to get through that thick ass skull. I'm just playing. What you want, a thin skull? Face ass. What you want me to say? You got a thin ass skull? Or you want me to just leave your big ass head alone? All right, I'll stop. I'm just playing. All right, just playing. So look, this is also why AI, data centers, chips, energy, all this shit is so powerful right now. Because they go straight, not because they go straight up, but because they being quietly accumulated by large pools of capital. Do y'all hear me? I done made all this shit come back around to AI. So we're going to talk about psychology, because if you don't master that, then none of this information matter. Your brain is wired to protect you. It's not wired to make you rich. Fear feels urgent. I'm going to say that again. The fear is going to feel urgent. You know what urgent means? Discipline feels boring. The market is going to exploit that, though. It's going to take advantage of the fact that you don't got no fucking patience. And they're going to send out some headlines. And that headline that was sent out was designed to trigger your emotions. This is the part of trading that you're not taking into account. And nobody's there to hold you accountable. So there's no accountability, and it's showing up in your bank account. So the red days feel catastrophic. The green days feel like you popped a pill. Both are dangerous if you react instead of fucking think. So I want you to be a profitable trader. I need you to train yourself to respond, not react. Hit the follow button if you haven't already. I need you to use rules, use risk management. You need to size your positions appropriately. What do I mean by size my position? If you only got $1,000, why the fuck are you spending $500 on a trade? You lose, and then not only are you spending $500 on it, shit, you let it get down to where you only got $50 left. You could have got out the trade when you was down $20 though. But we not gonna talk about that. They like, bro, what you mean? You already did. Hear me out, though. Stop trying to win every trade. Stop trying to win every trade. I need you to understand that being wrong is a part of the game, right? What matters is how wrong you are and when you are wrong. This is why I tell people to stop trying to win every trade. That mindset is going to bankrupt you. It's going to blow your account. It's going to bankrupt you emotionally and financially. So your job is not to be perfect. Your duty is to survive long enough to let this compounding work for you in your favor. That's literally how compound interest work. But you don't hear me though. That's how compound interest work. See, compounding don't need brilliance. It need time and consistency. Now, we're going to bring that back to life planning, because markets don't exist in a vacuum. You are a human being with responsibilities. You have goals, and you got fucking people depending on you with your overtrading ass. This is where most financial conversations fall apart at, where people run. Like, I don't even want to say the word, because a lot of people separate investing from life, and that's a big ass mistake. If your entire financial plan depend on how the stock market performs alone, then you are fucking fragile. One medical event, one accident, one unexpected life change can force you to liquidate all your stocks at the worst possible time. Can you imagine shit going wrong from you and you got to sell all your stocks and then when you sell them, they go up crazy like a motherfucker? You don't want that to happen. I'm here so that don't happen to you. You're going to thank me one day. This is why protection matters. That's why life insurance, when you use it correctly, is not a product. It's a strategy. I'm trying to pour honey in your fucking ear. Wealth families didn't use insurance because they were scared. They used it because it allowed them to make more intelligent risk elsewhere. When your downside is protected, your upside becomes more powerful. You can trade better when you have a solid financial foundation. That is the part that people miss. I got to address something directly. Like, I know what some people think, and they like, this motherfucker crazy, right? or some of y'all might be like, it sound good, but why don't everybody do this, right? The answer is simple, because people are stuck in survival mode, or they think everything is a fucking scam, and scam means still confused about money. They are still confused about money. They didn't teach us financial literacy in school, so a lot of people just don't have it. I get it. But we live in the age of information. There's no excuse. There's no excuse, but I got it. I get it. I get it. So some of y'all focused on bills. You be stressed the fuck out most of the time. And you got these short-term problems that's right in your fucking face. Like literally bothering the fuck out of you. You got short-term problems that are cock blocking you. Please don't. We love TikTok Shop. I hope I ain't say nothing crazy. That's what I say when I panic, y'all, and say something I don't think was supposed to say. I say we love TikTok Shop, and that kind of like, gets me out of the trouble. But yeah, anyways, that's what's happening though. No cap. To be completely frank, that's what's happening. You can't separate investing from life. You just can't. Those short-term problems that's in your way, it makes long-term planning feel like a luxury. You like, man, I can't afford to think about a boat. I can't afford to think about going to France. You think that you can't afford to think about things that you really should be. Man, this shit is crazy. Ain't that crazy? How them short-term problems will have you thinking that you can't even think about long-term luxury. Long-term planning feel like a luxury at that point. But here's the truth. Long-term planning is how you escape survival mode. For everybody that made it this far, long-term planning is how you are going to be able to escape survival mode. Nobody accidentally build wealth. It is built intentionally. And intention starts with education. That's why shows like this, classes like this, and courses like this matter. Y'all just went through a whole seminar and don't even know. Right? But that's why conversations like this matter. This is not entertainment, but this is for educational purposes. It's not financial advice. This is preparation. You have to set activities. Don't set goals. Set activities. The root word is active. We're going to talk about action, because knowledge without action, applied knowledge is power, not knowledge is power. Knowledge without action is just mental entertainment. You mentally jacking off. It's just a mental masturbation at that point. So at some point you have to move. That doesn't mean reckless moves. I just don't want you to have analysis paralysis. It means informed steps. Opening an investment account, learning how to allocate the money that you got coming in. That means learn how to take the money that you got coming in and split it up into the places where it need to go so that it can grow. Your money should be working for you. You should protect your income as well. You need to explore opportunities to earn more. So some of y'all listening right now got way more potential than you realize. I'm here to let you know you could be doing a lot more than what you're doing. You think you're doing something, you could be doing a lot more. I want you to reach your potential. I hate seeing a person. I don't even go off of people on their potential no more. Like, ladies, y'all know how many men y'all done dated because he had potential. But did that motherfucker ever reach that potential? Just because somebody got potential don't mean they going to reach it. So now we talking about you. Let's take that same mindset and look at ourselves, realize where we could actually, what we could do, and reach that. What are we living for? At some point, you have to move. You discipline in other areas of life. You show up to work every day on time. Sorry, that part almost choked me for lying. Some of y'all be late as hell to work, but you get the point. You take care of responsibilities. If you applied that same discipline to financial education and opportunity, your life would look very different in a few years, in 2 years. Some of y'all in 1 year. Some of y'all, the change will be so drastic for you, it'll happen in a matter of months, and you will be able to see it. I know y'all got that thing, that constant fiend and need for instant gratification, but you need to stay with this long enough to see your efforts compounded. You always working on something. You never let something take the time to work on you. So it's people making 4 or 5 figures a month simply by helping others understand money better. Everything y'all just heard me talk about, I'm recruiting people that are interested in making 4 to 5 figures doing just the same thing. Literally. Not by scamming, not selling dreams, by educating and guiding and supporting. That opportunity exists because the system is complex and people need help navigating it. And again, notice how everything connects back to the stock market. More income means more capital to invest. More capital means more exposure to growth. More protection means less fear. Less fear means better decision making. This is a feedback loop. This is a money-making machine. This is massive passive income. Any questions? Y'all getting ready for the months ahead. We're getting ready for 2026, right? Because this is where your discipline will be tested. There will be volatility coming up. There will be pullbacks. It's going to be headlines. They're going to be designed to scare the shit out you out your position. Somebody says, how you going off like this at 2 a.m.? I am a high energy being, KB. I'm a high energy being. Literally, I'm buzzing, cousin. I can't tell you. I need to calm down. When I get off the live, I still feel like I'm buzzing and still have a lot to say and a lot to think about. I've been doing this for a while, says Zap, and I agree. Compounding is the most powerful tool. It really is. Chief Mookie says he's hoping to drop tomorrow. You speaking on SPY, Bitcoin, what you talking about? You hope drop tomorrow. AMCO says I wasn't even able to take notes. It's okay. I actually post the replays on YouTube, so you'll be able to just subscribe to me on YouTube. The link is in my bio, and you'll be able to watch the whole live stream. You probably missed about 2 hours, too. Ain't no telling when you came in, but I started at 11, maybe 12. Yeah, maybe 12. I've been on about 2-3 hours, though. Yeah, I want Bitcoin to drop to 55,000 too, Tuck. I really do. Compounding may not seem like a big deal early on, but eventually down the line, it rewards massively, says Zap. That's true. And also compound interest is something that works best if you start early. The earlier you start, the better. The earlier you start, the better. So everybody out there that's listening, and you under the age of, let's say you anywhere from 18 to 30, you could get started now, and it'd be best for you to get started now. Preferably 18 to 24, you really, really, really need to get started. And everybody over the age of 24 will tell your young guys you really need to get started now with investing and not wait. And for the older people, I know a couple of rich billionaires that are some of the richest people in the world that didn't get their wealth until after the age of 64. So don't think it's too late for you either. I'm setting aside for 2 whole coins, says Tuck, when it gets that low. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Just check out the link in my bio. Just hit the link tree and you can join the communities that I got on there as well. For anybody looking for mentorship, or I'm doing free policy reviews this whole month. For people that already have investment accounts, I will do free portfolio reviews as well. So we'll go over your portfolio, see what you got going on, and I'll give you a quick 15-minute free session or whatnot. right? So take advantage of that. And I also am doing free policy reviews. We'll go over your insurance policy and make sure that you can get the most, that you got the best that you can be getting. Otherwise, you wasting your fucking money, and I'm sorry that you're not going to get enough to take care of the mortgage and to actually make sure your, legacy is passed down how you want it to be passed down. Let's fix that, though. That's what I'm here for. And for anybody that's looking for work, please inbox me. I got you. Let's get you paid. All right, let's get you paid. Same username on YouTube. Yeah, Ironworth Trading. Talk. Yes, and if you want, like I said, you can just click on the link in my bio. Click on the link in my bio. So yeah, legacy is not about being rich. Legacy is about being prepared and making decisions today that quietly protect tomorrow, right? That's the whole purpose of me telling y'all to inbox me your name and your number and the best time for me to call. Quanjay says, do we have to be in the community to sign up for free portfolio review? No, Quanjay. There is a link in my link tree that says a wealth building survey. It should be the first one. You can just fill that out and I'll reach out to you tomorrow. I would say tomorrow, but it's 2 a.m. So I'll reach out to you today, actually. After the market close, of course. All right. We want to make sure that we're not missing out on no money. But after the stock market close, I'll be able to reach out maybe after 12. I'm done after 12 anyways, unless I'm mentoring someone else. But please leave the best time to call as well. If you don't feel like filling out that survey, don't worry about it. Just inbox me, your name and your number and the best time to call. And if you want to throw your email in there, I can send you some information too. Y'all, I send y'all some information for free. I do this. More than happy to do a 1v1 with all of y'all got. If you are here tonight, inbox me your name and your number and the best time to call you, and I will give you a free 1v1. I can't stress that enough. The only way you get it is if you inbox your number and your name and the best time to call. If you miss one of those, I'm going to ignore the message because I can't call you if you don't tell me the best time to call. I can't call you if you don't give me your name. And if you don't follow instructions, I'm going to know just because you didn't answer the question. You ain't do it right. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, I ain't got time. My patience were thin. And if you don't want to deal with nobody who patience thin, I recommend you not even send me your number because, yeah, I'm just playing, y'all. I hope y'all know I'm joking because y'all like, damn, it's like that. No, I really hope y'all know I'm joking. I deal with 80-year-old people who can't even turn the camera around. When I say turn the camera around, I'm talking about like literally like they can't turn the camera around. So, and I stay on the phone with them long as they need me to. I just talk shit. You just got to be patient, though. You got to have patience. I'm going to help you get tough skin because I'm growing your mentality, but I'm going to talk shit at the same time. So if you can't handle that, I also had a Bible thumper tell me, I ain't even going to say it, y'all. Just know she say I hurt her feelings. I crack too many old jokes. So I stopped doing the old people jokes. I no longer crack jokes on anybody over the age of, I ain't even going to say the age because then a lot of y'all going to start feeling some type of way. But I want y'all to know I'm old too. You feel me? I'm getting old too. I'm getting there. I have an old soul. This ain't my first time here. Right? I've been here before. But yeah, I hope y'all inbox me and hit me up. Also, it don't count if you didn't hit the follow button. They like, damn, you got all these stipulations. Yes, you have to pay attention and you have to spend time. That's the price of admission. All right. I think I've been on here long enough. I'm going to actually let y'all go. Right? I'm going to let y'all go. You don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Let me get a good night. Let me get a GN, a W, or something. I don't care if you shoot a bird emoji. Put something in the chat to let me know you learned something and you appreciate the information. Please. It helps me with the engagement. Y'all already got me to 14,000 likes. Y'all help me get to 15,000 likes before I cut out. Okay. Okay, KB, thank you. I appreciate it. I love the acknowledgement. I don't know why I put this on here talking about I'm about to leave, but I do this before I go though. While I'm doing this, give me the 15K. Give me the 15K. I'm about to pull up Webull. I'm gonna look at the chart real quick. See if anybody take me up. SPY. Okay, let's look at it. Bearish. I can tell you now I'm bearish. We had a double top on SPY. I'm bearish. Chief Mookie, a put is when you think the price is going down. That is a bearish position. Oh, you buying puts on SPY? So y'all don't got no stock that come to y'all mind. I'm gonna leave if not. AMD. Okay, we're gonna look at AMD real quick. Cool. AMD is also in a downtrend. There is a humongous gap that needs to be filled under 203 all the way down to $171. I'm a little bearish. If AMD drops below 203, then we can see 171 again. APLD, someone says. APLD, it is at a strong level of support. AMD is at a strong level of support. It reached $40 back in October, and it is now $24. This is Applied Digital. Applied Digital is a company. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. You're welcome. I'll go over Lyft next. Give me 1 second. You know what? I ain't gonna give you no full technical analysis. Y'all go look at what APLD Applied Digital do on y'all own time. I'm about to look up Lyft. What am I doing? Making more work for myself and shit? I was about to tell y'all what Applied Digital do. All right, so Lyft is in a head and shoulders pattern. It is now currently at the neckline. If Lyft drops below $19, it could also come all the way back down to about 15. So for all you people that's inside that Chris Swain trade, the Chris Sane trade, the one that he said is going to $30, I get a lot of my clients that come to me and was like, oh, I'm in that Chris Sane league. I know, I get it. But you don't got Chris Sane money, right? So you can't sit in that shit long as he can. Do you got the same expiration date? Because if not, Theta gonna whoop your ass, right? So we need to pay attention to Lyft right now. Lyft is, it could go to $30, but right now it is not on its way to $30. We need to be right serious, right, and pay attention. And if Lyft was a fifth, we'd all be drunk looking at it. No, I'm serious. If Lyft drops below 18, then yeah, it's gonna continue to go down. Anything else? Let me see. Did I miss anything? All right. I don't think I missed nothing. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to the Ironworth Trading Show. It has been a pleasure of mine. Again, if you're new here, hit the follow button. If you missed anything, please go ahead and follow me on YouTube. The replay will be on there. American Airlines. Somebody want me to look up American Airlines. American Airlines is bullish as fuck right now, actually. It has went up from $12 since Thanksgiving all the way to $16. We've had healthy pullbacks. Healthy consolidation. We got one big strong ass green candlestick on a daily time frame, like right now. American Airlines is bullish as fuck right now. But you saying it's gonna be a sell-off? I mean, it is going up like hell right now. I guess I'll show y'all that before I cut out. American Airlines. Excuse me. This is the level of support that it came up from. Consolidation, uptrend. You never got in. You've been watching this since it was $14.50. Damn. I'm on YouTube now. I'm new. Which video should I start first? Well, actually, AMCO, they are not in chronological. What the hell am I playing? Come on now, Cedric. Like, come on now. You think they want to hear this shit? Like, come on now. My bad, y'all. I can't believe y'all sat through that shit too. So y'all just as crazy as me because y'all ain't say, bruh, cut that shit off. Anyways, yeah, the videos are not in chronological order, right? So they are literally just replays of my TikToks. If you knew, you really should just, I hope you already inboxed me. You should take advantage of the 1v1 I was just telling you about. And you should start there. I do have a playlist though that I'll give you that you can take advantage of because YouTube is free, right? And if you like to watch videos like me and Big V them, then I'll send you some. Matter of fact, Big V, I'm gonna send you some more as soon as I get off the live stream. You know, this what we do. We are enrolled. If you're a student of mine, you are enrolled in YouTube University. Yes, you are. Now, I ain't gonna talk about the other shit. Yeah, you in YouTube University at that point. All right. Appreciate you for sending me that daily heart me. Appreciate you. Yeah, y'all send the heart me too. Now hit the heart at the top of the screen right here next to my name. Hit that right there for me. It's going to boost. It helps me out with engagement. That's what it does. Tells TikTok, hey, he doing a good job. We can actually put him back on the For You page now. Because they be gatekeeping. You have to follow me for DMs. One of them is a scam. Oh, yeah. While y'all here, I'm the only Ironworth. The other Ironworth is a scammer. I'm the only one that's real. I don't know how to explain. I don't know, you know. How can we differentiate the two? Because it's horrible. I mean, that guy, whoever that is, he messaged people acting like me, but he will never get on the phone with you. He don't cuss like me. He don't sound like me. You feel me? He don't look like me. Yeah, he not going to get on the phone with you, though. He won't even talk. I'm going to talk. You're going to know it's me. You're going to know it's me. I'm not going to ask you for no money. I'm not going to say, hey, you got to send me some money. No, that's not me. Matter of fact, inbox me now so that you can create a thread and you never have to worry about that motherfucker. And block that page now. Go ahead and block that page now if you my friend. Don't ever, like, you know, it's me. I don't want you to ever be confused. That way you don't have no problem. And it ain't that bad. He's not that good of an impersonator. The people that get scammed by those type of pages are just gullible as hell. Gullible as hell. I got like 9 clients that pay me, you know, 4 figures a month. I don't come for nobody shit. I'm not finna be out here playing with people in their inbox about no $400. So don't send nobody $400. What the fuck? What's 400? Don't do it. I had to help 2 people back in October for free because I wasn't finna pay them with the money that they sent to someone who was not me. And I'm mad at the person who got the money. I'm like, shit, so you done gave somebody some money you was trying to get at me? What the hell wrong with you? I'm easy to reach. You just out here talking to spam accounts for nothing. Anyways, this is American Airlines that we looking at. That's doing something like this. And I also told y'all I was finna get the fuck out of here because it's 2 where I'm at. Before I leave, y'all tell me where I'm at. Do a shout out for your city. What city and state are you listening from? AMCO said, is it AMCO? Because I don't want to keep saying AMCO. She said you funny. I'm serious. Why everybody always laugh at me when I'm being dead ass serious? I'm for real. All right, we got Georgia in the building. AMCO. Where y'all at? KB, Georgia, AMCO. Where you listening from? Where y'all at? Come on, what city and state y'all listening from? I'm asking for a reason because when I come to your city, I need to know if it's a lot of people there where I'm coming, where I'm about to be at. I almost said where I'm coming at. I want to know. I need to know. We got LA in the building. Amco, I'm in the Midwest. Right now I'm in Chicago, but I'm stationed in Michigan and Indiana. They call it Michiana, but I'm in Chicago right now on a business trip. I was just in Nevada. Anybody from the West Coast? Usually when I go live at this time, I get a lot of West Coast listeners, but they might be a lot of y'all be at work, so y'all can't comment and shit. But yeah, only 2 to 3 people told me where they was at. So right now, LA repping they shit, Georgia repping they shit. I know we got more than LA and Georgia in the building. Come on now. Where y'all listening from? Let me know. New Jersey. JoJo, you still here? I would think you would be asleep by now. Florida in the building. I know where you at, Big V. Okay. New Jersey and Florida. See, we got listeners from all over, y'all. This is I love it. This is why I'm traveling a lot in 2026. I will be in a town near you. I will be. We got MD in the building. I am. I was working on a project. Okay, JoJo. But all right, y'all. I'll let y'all go. I'm glad y'all helped me out tonight. Thank you for the engagement. I appreciate you. Like I said, if you missed the show, the replay will be posted on YouTube in about an hour. Oh, thank you, JoJo. I appreciate it. I do the best I can. I really do. I do the best I can. Thank you. JoJo says she in. All right, y'all. Good night.